All right, welcome back to our deep dive into the ShopSmart MLOps pipeline. So, stage one is done and dusted. The pipeline's running smoothly, and every single morning, a new batch of validated raw data gets dropped into our vault. But here's the thing, raw data is just that, raw. It's full of potential, but it's not yet powerful. Today, in stage two, we're going to build the feature factory. This is the engine that transforms all that raw potential into real predictive intelligence. Honestly, this is where the magic really starts to happen.
So you might be wondering, what exactly is in this vault? Well, think of it as our raw ingredients. We've got order timestamps, we've got records of every website visit, we've got all the customer support tickets. But on their own, they're just disconnected facts. They're just numbers and text. They don't really tell a story. So we've got to transform these raw ingredients into something a whole lot more meaningful. And that's the billion-dollar question, right? How do you go from a simple timestamp, a date on a calendar, to a powerful signal that can actually predict customer loyalty? That is the core challenge of stage two. We're about to build an automated system that can do exactly that, turn this data into truly valuable insights. Now, the key to this entire transformation is a process that you've probably heard of, called feature engineering. It's really a fundamental concept in all of machine learning, and frankly, it's what separates a pretty good model from a truly great one. You can think of feature engineering as putting on our detective hats. It's where we use our specific knowledge of the e-commerce world to find the hidden clues buried inside the data. We're hunting for signals, for patterns that tell us something really important about our customers. Are they happy? Are they getting frustrated? Or are they about to leave us for a competitor? And this is a perfect example. A raw order date, like you see on the left, it doesn't tell our model much. But if we transform it into days since the last order, wow, suddenly we have an incredibly powerful signal of customer engagement. A customer who bought something yesterday is worlds apart from one who hasn't been back in a year. That right there is the power of feature engineering in a nutshell. Okay, so we get the concept. Now, let's pull back the curtain and see how we've actually automated this entire process at ShopSmart. We've built what we call a feature factory that can do this transformation day in and day out without skipping a beat. And let me tell you, our feature factory is a well-oiled machine. Every day, it pulls in that raw data from 4 different places, and like clockwork, it engineers and spits out 12 incredibly high-quality features. The best part? It's all automatic. No human intervention needed. Each of these 12 features is like its own little puzzle piece. We have features that measure how recently a customer bought from us. We have others that track how engaged they are with our website. We even have features that can tell us how happy they are with their purchases. When you put all these pieces together, you get this incredibly rich, complete picture of every single customer. It lets us really understand their needs and, more importantly, predict what they're going to do next. But here's the really crucial thing to understand. Not all features are created equal. Not even close. Some are way more important than others. So our big goal here is to find the king's signal, that one single feature that tells us more about our customers than any other. And you know what? We found it. Out of all 12 of our features, one of them is so incredibly powerful that it accounts for more than a third of our model's entire predictive ability. Finding this feature is the absolute key to building a truly world-class churn prediction model. So who's the king? Recency. It sounds almost too simple, but it is unbelievably powerful. How recently a customer made a purchase is by far the single best predictor of whether they're going to stick around. Just look at this chart. It tells the whole story. Days since last order is the clear winner at 35%. But you can also see that email open rate and website visits are also super critical. Together, just these top 3 features give us this immensely powerful tool for predicting churn. But here's the catch. Numbers and clicks only tell us part of the story. They tell us what customers are doing, but not how they feel. To really, truly understand our customers, we need to listen to what they're actually telling us. And that's where our next and probably most advanced feature comes into play. We call it the semantic churn score. This is where we get into some really cool cutting-edge natural language processing. We use these advanced AI models to read and analyze all of our customer support tickets to actually measure their frustration levels. This lets us spot at-risk customers way earlier, sometimes even before they show any other signs that they're about to leave. So, how does this actually work? Well, it's a 2-step process. First, we take a customer support ticket, the actual text they wrote, and we feed it into a special AI model called a sentence transformer.
This model turns the words into a set of numbers, a meaning vector. Then we score that vector for signs of frustration and churn risk. It's a really elegant and powerful way to turn unstructured customer feedback into a hard, actionable number. So, okay, we've built this amazing feature factory. We're generating all these incredible insights about our customers. But what does it all mean for the bottom line? Let's take a look at the actual business impact.
So remember that analyst who used to spend an entire work week, 40 hours, every single month, just crunching numbers in a giant spreadsheet? Well, they've been completely freed up to work on much more strategic projects because our feature factory does all that heavy lifting now. That alone is a massive win for our team's efficiency. But the real game-changing value here is speed. We've gone from being reactive, finding out a customer turned 30 days ago, to being proactive. We can now identify an at-risk customer in a single day and actually do something about it before it's too late. I mean, this has had a monumental impact on our customer retention.
Now, with all this powerful automation, we have to be really, really careful. There's a very common and incredibly dangerous problem in MLOps called training serving skew. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it just means that the data you use to train your model is slightly different from the live data it sees in the real world. This can cause your model to fail silently, making bad predictions without you even knowing it. We have to prevent this. And that is exactly where our feature store comes in. We use a fantastic tool called Feast. Think of it as a central, single source of truth for all of our features. It absolutely guarantees that our model is always using the exact same feature logic, whether it's in training or in live production. This completely eliminates training serving skew and gives us total confidence in every prediction our model makes. So after all that, what's the final result? What's the real bottom line? Well, this automated feature factory has helped us to dramatically reduce customer churn and save the company a whopping $3.75 million every single year. Now that is the power of data-driven decision-making. And honestly, we're just getting started. Now that we have this incredibly powerful and reliable feature factory in place, the foundation is set. So the question becomes, what kind of even more sophisticated models can we build next? Well, in our next explainer, we're going to dive into exactly that, how we use these features to train a world-class churn prediction model. You are not going to want to miss it.